Independent Easter. For us. That snaps. The Gospels do not describe the chronicle of Christ's resurrection, but the experience of the risen one in the early church. All the evangelists mention the fact that the fulfillment of the law and Mass, Jewish Sabbath, delays both the unrepeatable and unique understanding and the awareness of the power of life, released from the person, from the Word, from the whole story, and from Jesus' proposal. Mark and especially Matthew reiterate the appointment in Galilee. Theological and existential territory opposed to observant Judea. Today we would perhaps speak of the spirit of the origins, the Lord's primordial experience, or of brief daily life, even troubled, or of an outgoing assembly towards the outskirts, where ordinary people's lives take place. Matthew specifies that it is the event of the Mount. Because we experience the living one in embodying the Beatitudes. The spirit of love, humble but vital. Reversal that sometimes overthrows idols. To force us to meet, in the dignity of one's own imprint brought within uniqueness. In the sense of family, for eternity. Luke recommends not to look for the friend. Our departure, guidance, vivacity and silent knowledge. Among the dead, who are in the way. To the disciples of Emmaus. He reveals himself in a reversed capacity for interpreting inglorious events, and in an ardent understanding of the Scriptures. In particular, he manifests himself in the breaking of life. In the reciprocity of those who receive and are nourished, without inhibiting the character and exceptional choices. John insists on having to turn away from the tomb. In the pit of a tomb there is nothing but a birth. The fourth Gospel provides the essential criterion to recognize the manifestation of the living Jesus, his peace. Not the Pax Romana type, the empire was at peace, but rather shalom fullness. Today we would say, complete happiness, the true golden age. Therefore the missionary mandate that the Lord sends us does not proclaim a different doctrine. It is the invitation to be fully ourselves in Him, and thus be able to embody the same tenderness of the Father, vast, diverse, inclusive. What has changed for us with the resurrection? Is there evidence that He is alive? Why does not appear? What would the signs be? And the big benefits. Oscar Wilde said, "When the gods want to punish us, they answer our prayers." Of these kinds of requests, we must get rid. Prayers stranded by shared expectations or intentions are sometimes like the women of the Gospels on Easter morning. Still rooted in funeral laments, they seek life in the wrong places, unfruitful places, because they are tied to ideas of corpses. There is a different characterizing track, for each one, that drags from within and growing, towards a decisive peak, not external. Victory of life means, stop tying yourself to inactive idolatries. Homologating, and perhaps fitting, but as a stopgap. Let us therefore make fly the innate call of the essence that we do not yet see, but that pulsates ardent and inextinguishable. It will not be the conventional, conditioned, conforming, tone-deaf, and as is appropriate, but one-sided, shoddy objective, that will give us glee. It captures the new energy, by name, which wants to sprout from the dark and opposite sides. Even from episodes of precariousness. Birth and death are many times experiences. Why? For uninterrupted genesis and other possibilities. In a healthy growth towards humanizing fulfillment, in generosity, and in the baptismal attitude, the stranded soul must be freed. Our unusualness is perceived as lost in the vicious circles of normal expectations. And what we had imagined to be inexorably the same, therefore vain and stagnant, muddies the wonder of surprises that go beyond expectations and intentions. Eliminating conventional and other people's intentions in favor of personal dreams that exaggerate. We will know the atypicality of God, who leaps from the rubble and chaos of the schemes. The missionaries know it. It is not from Judea that certainty comes, but from Galilee. That is, from uncertainty. Their security is in insecurity. In open spaces. It is the darkness that brings rebirth. By putting aside what we previously interpreted with a sense of permanence, we will be amazed at the treasures that lie behind the shaky sides. And of the independent life that springs forth among signs of death. Perhaps not a few are still surprised by the empty tomb. That is, a personal risen Jesus. Lived in love, in free normality, in the gift of self that conquers death. But without any mausoleum. Nothing but personal friendship relation. Easter, resurrection of the Lord. Thank you all for your kind attention. We invite you to subscribe to the channel, to stay updated on our activities. If you liked it, leave a like to support us. Subscribe, give your precious like, share with your friends and comment too. Thanks, see you soon.